Uso. Jey Uso. The biggest issue that I've been seeing people talk about is his in-ring work. A lot of people are starting to catch on to see that Dirty put themselves in a corner, and now they got to dig themselves out of it. They have no choice but to go with this, because if Jey Uso lose, waste of Royal Rumble, and it's going to make the Royal Rumble lose credibility, and it's going to show that Dirty does not trust their current roster or put no stock behind their current roster, even when they make mistakes like this. Now, this could be something where, okay, they made something, they turned shit into chicken salad. You know what I'm saying? And Jey Uso, thus far, has not evolved. He has not shown any levels of top guy qualities. The only thing really working for him is his entrance, his catch and phrase, and that's it. He's a pretty decent promo. He can get intense. I just think his material and his promos has been repetitive, and they just going with this little engine that could, and they doubted me, Oos, they doubted me, Oos. And it's kind of hard to take you serious, Oos, when every time we see you, you're smiling, you're eating. You know, that's just the TKO corporate cues where, oh, well, no matter if you got your ass whooped last week, you should still go out there and yeet every 5 minutes. Not go out there and be serious and be like, you know, we got to save the yeeting for when it's time, which makes more sense. You get what I'm saying? So kind of like, what you going to do for WrestleMania? The same yeet? So we're going to have a 20-minute entrance of yeeting? Every week he's doing yeet, yeet, yeet. Okay. It's okay when you make that a little rare, but when you see it every week, it becomes tiring. It's like, okay, dude, you could have wasted 5-10 of those minutes on a promo or a match. You could waste most of that trying to get your in-ring better, because a lot of people may look and think, oh, in-ring doesn't matter. No, yes, it does. I don't care if you just got 5 moves, 10 moves, 6 moves of doom. In-ring matters, because as a top guy, you got to be good in the ring. Now, let me give you an example. The Rock, compared to Stone Cold, compared to John Cena. John Cena and Stone Cold are probably even when it comes to actual in-ring skills, because Stone Cold, a lot of people may not understand, he was the ringmaster. He actually is a very technically sound wrestler, right? But when he became the serial killer Stone Cold Iceman, right? When he became him, is night and day. He did not have to be good in the ring as he used to be. It didn't match his character, right? The Rock, very athletic, extremely athletic. I think he used to play football, college football and all that before he came, right? So a natural athlete. But guess what? Rock early days compared to when he actually became The Rock, night and day. He did not have to be that technically sound in the ring, but he had to be good enough for his character. Jey Uso in this situation, and the same thing with John Cena, right? Everybody pretty much starts off where they're technically sound. Even Hulk Hogan, go back in his New Japan days, his Japan days, and back in the day, he was fucking Dean Malenko, basically, right? What less is more, but it has to still connect. It has to still look good, right? And you have to show top guy qualities. It's not easy being a top guy. You think it was easy for Hulk Hogan to be a top guy and only did maybe 6 moves? But it worked because he knew how to stretch it out during the matches. He knew how to get you involved, engaged, emotionally engaged before and after the match, during the match. This is what Jey Uso is missing. You got to evolve the yeet movement. You have to add things to it. It can't just be something, yeet. This, yeet. Like, it, after a while, it just comes off as a corny catchphrase that you are depending on. Stone Cold, when he was doing what, he was purposely trying to get heat. He didn't know that would be one of the most monumental catchphrases of all time when people are either irritated or just try to fuck with whoever's in the ring when they don't feel the promo. Stone Cold had no idea. He was doing that to get heat. He was doing that to try to be annoying. It's totally different. But guess what? Stone Cold evolved. Stone Cold turning heel was one of the worst decisions ever, but that showed evolution. Even his in-ring changed. He became more aggressive. He started doing even more shit in the ring. Little bitty things, but in-ring matters. Jey Uso still has the tag team wrestler move set. He still does him and Jimmy are literally the same person. Bad enough you twins, but they are literally in the ring. You talk the same. Y'all move the same. Dude, Jey Uso has to get rid of all his tag team stink. That's the only way you're going to be a real top guy to people. You have to get rid of the tag team maneuver. He still wrestle like he's waiting to tag in somebody. He doesn't wrestle like a singles guy. He wrestles like he's ready to tag in at any moment. That's why I heard people saying through the grapevine, he looked gassed out because he's used to tagging in. And then he got maybe 4 moves of doom, which is not a bad thing if you can stretch it out. But this is the bad part. Jey Uso is not original at all. That's the difference between Rock, Cena, and all these other top guys before him, Jericho, whoever. They're original. They have their own movements. Dude, Jey Uso literally just took the Rock punch combo. You just took that. Y'all took, him and Jimmy just took the Young Bucks super kick party. That's all, every 5 minutes is a super kick. Y'all all do the hip, every Samoan does the hip attack, does the Samoan drop. I guess that's traditional, but bro, this is why Roman stands out. He don't do none of that shit. Samoan drop is like the only move that he does from the Samoan moveset. He don't do the hip attack. It would look ridiculous if he did a hip attack. Jey has to get rid of the hip attack. Stop doing it. Make it a rare thing, not a part of your regular move. Because you still look like the same Jey Uso that was a part of a tag team. You move the same way. Even that little spinning enziguri, get rid of it. Add a tornado DDT. Add a spinning neck breaker. Add different little things to just make you a little different. I have to give it to Jimmy. At least Jimmy is even adding little different things. Tad bit little different stuff. Well, we're going to see. Jimmy is better in the ring. We see that clearly now. Because Jimmy understands, dude, the only way I'm going to stand out, I have to stand out. Jey is not original at all when it comes to the in-ring. He's lazy as fuck. And the WWE's not doing him no favors. Add stuff to his arsenal. He's a top guy now. He's a forced top guy, but you got to add things to make him look like a top guy. And it don't have to be devastating shit. What I said, tornado DDT, spinning neck breaker, maybe a spinning back elbow when he come off the ropes. Instead of a hip attack, how about you do a drop kick to the ring? To the turnbuckle or something. I say even run up, do a super kick or some shit. I don't know. I say super kick should be one of his moves. I say you can still do the Uso splash. But I say have a new finisher. The spear should not be it. No. He's not even big enough to do the spear. He looks ridiculous doing the spear. I always thought him doing the spear looked stupid to me. He's not big as Roman. Roman's at least a solid, swole guy. He looks good doing a spear. Jey don't. When he did the spear on Roman Reigns, that should have been the only time. Why? Because it was against Roman. It was symbolic. That's all it was. It should not be a part of his moveset. We already got Braun Breaker doing the spear and Roman. Why do we got 4 or 5 people doing the spear? It takes away the value of the spear. Can you imagine if there was 4 or 5 people doing the spear during Goldberg time? It wouldn't get over. Guess who was doing the spear in Goldberg time? Rhino. He was in ECW. You get what I'm saying? Nobody at all WCW was doing the spear. But Goldberg. Why do you think it got over? The only thing that makes it cool with Braun Breaker and Roman doing the spear, they're on different shows. So that's okay. It was the same thing with Edge and Batista. They were on different shows. Until they wasn't. But Batista, that was a signature. He beat jobbers with it. He didn't beat top guys with it. Now, if Jey Uso's beating jobbers with it, I don't think he should. I think he should just do a totally different move. Something totally different. Something he can get out of nowhere. Something he can do on anybody. See, that's one thing that was smart about Vince. He gave you moves you could do on anyone. You could do the rock bottom on anybody. He's big enough to do it. You could do the Stone Cold Stunner on anybody. You could do the FU on anybody. Because he's strong enough to do it. You see what I mean? Now, the Uso Splash, yes, you could keep it. The spear should set up to the Uso Splash, which I'm sure that's how it really goes. But I'm just saying, I think it's time to add a totally different move as a finisher. It's good to have a multitude of finishers. But get rid of the tag team stink, the tag team maneuvers. He has to. This is the only way people are going to take him serious as a top guy. Stop overperforming when it comes to the yeet. Save it. Go out there and actually cut a serious promo like he did after the Royal Rumble. That was good. Although he was still yeeting. But stop. How you getting your ass whooped every other week, getting snuck attack, and you still coming out there yeeting and celebrating? What are you celebrating about? You didn't win yet. His story is being the underdog. They doubted me, Oos. They doubted me, Oos. Okay, stop going out there over-celebrating and so hyped for no fucking reason. Save it. It's much better if you just save it sometime. Go out there, let the crowd do all that. Don't even come through the crowd. Come out there and cut a legit promo on Gunther to show I'ma beat you. I'ma do whatever it takes. This and that. Don't go out there with the same material. Oh, I don't believe in myself. Dude, you got to stop. You already displayed that part of the story. Now you got to show a level of confidence. You got to show some level of confidence. You got to show some level of different material. It can't be the same thing over and over again. That's all we've been getting for months now. Since this feud. Same shit. They doubted me, Oos. They doubted me, Oos. Okay, bruh. How about you start showing different things? He should burn Gunther instead of doubting himself. But one of the biggest things with Jey Uso, his in-ring, it has to change for the better of him. It has to. Or he's never going to be taken serious as a top guy. You always going to be the tag team wrestler that they just pushed. That's all it's going to be. Now, before I end this, though, they could have did Jey Uso favors if they would have did the formula. Gave him a couple of Intercontinental Championship runs, actual runs. They should have even gave him Money in the Bank. But no. WWE has no choice now. A lot of people saying Gunther should keep the title. No, he shouldn't. This would be a waste of Royal Rumble. This is the WWE's fault. You dug yourself in this, dig yourself out. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, all the good shit. What do you think of Jey Uso? Is he just fine? Does he need work? What do you guys think? We out.